Hello and welcome to Digipal Place! So, right, should remember. Let's turn the music back up again since I figured out that off stream that, yeah, the headsets are so good in close quarter proximity of picking up sounds, like it's so short range that apparently my speaker cannot pick up my speaker at all. So I'm surprised by that. That's super effective. So yeah, we're just gonna have to go with do it raw or original, I guess, with just the basic music that run in the background. So, but yeah, we should be able to beat it up today. Got done eating and doing a few chores I need to do, then back into it and see if we can finish this up before the weekend, before I start out into new games. Let's see, we still have the Siege of Petersburg, Virginia, and then afterwards we have D-Day. Alright, so let's see, we have the Union Soldier's Cap. Oh, so I'm guessing this is the Civil War parts. Alright. Yeah, we can read up on the different things when we are at the exhibition. So now we gotta fix up a cap.
Conservator. New exhibit is present in the teleporter.
What?
The following tools are activated. Deriving tools.
Kinda look like I'm burning it off. Then the hammer. Oh, whoops. Oopsie.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Derivitering.
Why did that sound German? Die Veritering. What the? Okay, how is that being held up? Okay, I guess it's not. Actually. Okay.
The following tools are activated. Sonic bathtub. Pressure washer.
Complete pressure washer. For this. Alright, I suppose. Might as well buy it immediately, so don't forget.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Bathing.
No, I'm doing that after stream, dude. Get it right. I'm guessing the inside doesn't really need to be soaked up, but let's do it for safety. Tell me I can't watch it. Oh, it's because I didn't do it properly. Alright. That makes sense.
You reached passing threshold on washing. Congratulations, you fully finished washing. You reached passing threshold on washing. Congratulations, you fully finished washing.
You fully finished washing. Okay, easy there, dude.
The following tools are activated. Disc polisher. Atomic patcher.
Oh, jeez, relax. Alright, so on this, we need to fill out that hole. We need leather for that, I'm pretty damn sure.
This is the wrong insert.
What?
Check
really?
on the main screen the correct one and use it.
That's not leather? Oh, fabric. Yeah, that would make sense. Down we go. Almost. Ah. This is gonna be very slight. adjustment. There we go.
Congratulations. Hatching. Congratulations. You fully finished. Polishing.
No, not you. There we go.
You reached congratulations.
That was quick.
You fully finished. Polishing.
Holy. Alright, so... Oops, that should be... all it, yes.
The following tools are activated. Riveter gun.
Yeah, that patch is not that great. Okay, it's not that clean on the inside. Ew. But oh well. It doesn't have the same color as before, but okay. Oh, maybe that's only because it was highlighted, I suppose. Come on.
Congratulations. You fully finished. Riveting. Conservator, you have finished the restoration.
Oiling.
You can send exhibit to museum, or add some final touches to earn more money.
It's not mechanical.
The following tools are activated. Oilers.
Congratulations, you just finished oiling. Union Soldier Cap.
Congratulations, Conservator. You finished the restoration.
Oh, geez.
Museum sends their thanks.
A gunblade. Interesting.
Conservator. New exhibit is present in the teleporter.
Ooh.
The following tools are activated. Electric screwdriver. Congratulations, you fully finished. Unscrewing.
I thought he was going to say, you fully finished screwing.
The following tools are activated. Sonic bathtub. Laser grinder. Pressure washer.
No, not the blade? Okay. Gunpowder. I haven't had electronic or chemistry yet. Or have I had chemistry? I don't think I have used chemistry yet. I could be wrong. But maybe that's for the last part with D-Day. But we'll just have to wait and see with that. So that needs to be washed.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Bathing. You reached passing threshold on washing.
Yeah, I think I need the inside powder as well.
Congratulations, you fully finished.
Wait.
Washing.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, I know grinding, but what? Oh no, right, not that one, not the polisher. Grinding. Oh no.
You reached passing threshold on grinding.
Those are really small parts to hit. Sheesh.
Congratulations, you fully finished. The following tools are activated. Oops. Atomic patcher, oilers, disc polisher, paint generator.
Okay, easy, one at a time. Paint generator, what needs to be painted, that needs to be oiled, that needs to be polished. Polished, not polished. Please not an ugly color. Oh, that depends on how you make it gray.
You reached passing threshold. Congratulations, you fully finished. Painting. Mechanical. Congratulations, You fully finished. Oiling.
So, why does it need hole patching? So that's the... I'm guessing we need iron. Doesn't say.
This is the wrong insert. Check on the main screen the correct one and use it.
Well, it said what, so I can't trust it. Because it's incompetent or something. Which would it be? This one. We need the fabric. Sonic bathing. Might as well have that going while I'm doing it.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Hole patching.
What the heck happened to the... sometimes it's really problematic with us. Oh well, I'll probably find it at some point or something. Well, anyway, let's see, I need to do a little bit of...
You reached passing threshold on polishing. Congratulations, you fully finished polishing.
Need steel. What a job. I'm...
The following tools are activated. Electric screwdriver.
So I'll need to put it all back together again. Which means I need to take it in and out. If you know what I mean. Man, the handle is so ugly for that.
Congratulations, you fully finished.
Why is it not
screwing?
Now it's ungrade. What the hell?
Conservator, you have finished the restoration. You can send exhibit to museum or add some final touches to earn more money.
Sharpening.
The following tools are activated. Sharpening wheel. You reached passing threshold on sharpening. Congratulations, you fully finished sharpening.
Alright, now the exhibition is complete. We can go take a look at it.
Conservator, you unlocked the exhibition dedicated to Siege of Petersburg, Virginia.
Alright, so let's go have a look at it. Well, might as well have a drink while I'm waiting. Okay, it went faster than I expected. Just a sec. Alright. Oh yeah, I did do the barrels last time. For the Gatling gun. Right, over the bridge. Then we can read the information as we put them in.
To start, please insert battery.
Oh, now I can do it without problem. What the heck? Canteen. With the cap and the handgun. For you, sir, and for you.
All exhibits are on their place. You may start the exhibition demonstration.
So first, Gatling gun. War is cruelty and you cannot refine it. William T. Sherman? I have no idea who you are. one of the first mechanical rapid-fire weapons, invented by Richard Gatling. Oh. In AT rank, multiple rotating barrels cranked by hand. It unleashed devastating bursts of fire. Tested by Union forces at Petersburg, it changed the face of warfare. Typically made of dark blue wool, this cap was worn by Union troops both in combat and on the march. Simple but practical, it offered shade, rain protection, and occasionally even stopped a bullet, though not reliably. Union soldier's cap. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Abraham Lincoln. Elgin pistol. In every battle there comes a time when both sides consider themselves beaten. Then he who continues the attack wins. Ulysses S. Grant. One of the strangest and scariest weapons of the 19th century. A flintlock revolver with a factory-attached Bowie knife under the barrel. Designed for U.S. Navy sailors. That does not look like the Navy, but okay. It allowed combat both at range and in brutal close quarters. Canteen. It is well that war... What? It is well that war is so terrible. Otherwise we should grow too fond of it. Robert E. Lee. One of the simplest yet most vital items of a soldier gear since antiquity. Usually metal, it carried water or sometimes stronger stuff. Along marches and in sieges, the canteen often meant the difference between collapse and survival. Well, water is one of the essentials to relieve exhaustion. Though only for a time. A certain amount.
Petersburg was the last defensive line protecting the Confederate capital, Richmond. For 292 days, Union General Ulysses S. Grant and Confederate General Robert E. Lee fought in what became a precursor to trench warfare. The Confederates weren't fully surrounded, but defended wave after wave of Union assaults until their supply lines were cut, forcing Lee to withdraw.
Alright. And back we go. So we can finish up D-Day. Or rather, start and finish. Whoa, 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 whoa. All too quick there, eh? Oh look, it's back in place now. Sweet. Jobs. Here we go. D-Day. The Bouncing Betty S mine. Bouncing Betty. I'm guessing that because that thing ejects or something. Better make sure it doesn't blow.
Conservator. New exhibit is present in the teleporter. The following tools are activated. Sonic bathtub.
Gunpowder.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Bathing. The following tools are activated. Laser welder.
Shell fragment. Oh, I guess I have to put them back together. Let's see, that's the bottom, that's the middle. And then the top, well, top. Not top, but... Well, I guess the top, and that's the detonator or something.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Welding.
Oh, welder. Alright, so now I'm guessing it's
the following
grinder.
Tools are activated. Laser grinder.
About as much.
You reach passing threshold on grinding. Congratulations, you fully finished. Grinding.
Oh, wait. Right, that also needs a little bit.
You reached passing threshold on grinding. Congratulations, you fully finished. Grinding.
Oh. I have to say welding.
The following tools are activated. Paint generator. Oilers.
Right, that was the oiler. Now we need the paint. Green, now see, that one makes sense though. Okay, maybe not that green, but sure.
You reached passing threshold on painting. Congratulations, you fully finished. Painting. The following tools are activated. Electric screwdriver.
Really? But I didn't have any screws before. Come on. Well, I guess maybe I should have waited with the...
Congratulations, you fully finished. Conservator, you have finished the restoration. You can send exhibit to museum or add some final touches to earn more money. The following tools are activated. Plasma engraver. Congratulations, you fully finished. Engraving.
DS mine.
Congratulations, Conservator. You finished the restoration.
Bar.
Museum sends their thanks.
Oh, that's what BAR stands for. Browning Automatic Rifle. Huh. Alright, have no idea about that.
Conservator. New exhibit is present in the teleporter. The following tools are activated. Electric screwdriver.
Alright.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Unscrewing.
Huh? Now we
The
need a
following
bath, right?
tools are activated. Sonic bathtub. Pressure washer.
Oh, the wood goes in as well? Alright. Usually doesn't do that, but sure. This one has to bathe, I'm assuming. Oh, washing.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Bathing. Congratulations, washing.
Chill out. At least it's not making a sound. For now, at least.
The following tools are activated. Laser grinder. Paint generator.
Let's put the paint on first, and then we can do the grinding afterwards. So scan. That's an alright color for it.
You reached passing threshold on painting. Congratulations, you fully finished. Painting.
Same there. Alright. I'm guessing that's the wood part again. That's the whole barrel itself.
You reached passing threshold on painting. Congratulations, you fully finished. Painting. You reach passing threshold on grinding. Congratulations, you fully finished grinding.
No, not that. Right, it's the magazine, if it will allow me to pick it up. Maybe just for safety.
You reach passing threshold on grinding. Congratulations, you fully finished grinding.
Thank you.
The following tools are activated. Oilers, disc polisher. Congratulations, you fully finished oiling. Congratulations, you fully finished oiling.
Okay, so that part does not need. Okay.
You reached passing threshold on polishing.
Isn't actually a complete order you do it in? Shouldn't you do the grinding first and then apply the polishing first and then the paint?
Congratulations, you
wrong.
fully finished polishing.
I'm still missing something? Does it need more oiling? Oh.
Congratulations, you fully finished oiling. The following tools are activated. Electric screwdriver.
Hello?
Congratulations, you fully finished screwing.
This part still hasn't been polished. Why?
Conservator, you have finished the restoration. You can send exhibit to museum or add some final touches to earn more money. The following tools are activated. Plasma engraver.
Interesting thing to add.
Congratulations, you fully finished
Is that supposed
engraving.
to be Pentagon or something? Browning.
Congratulations, Conservator. You finished the restoration. Museum sends their thanks.
M1 helmet. Ooh.
Conservator. New exhibit is present in the teleporter. The following tools are activated. Pressure washer.
I'm guessing the inner part doesn't really need to be washed, but whatever.
You reached passing threshold on washing.
Oh, okay, that still has to be washed on the inside.
You reached passing threshold on washing. Congratulations, you fully finished washing. Congratulations, you fully finished washing. The following tools are activated. Laser welder. Congratulations, you fully finished weld. The following tools are activated. threshold on. Congratulations, you fully finished. The following tools are activated. Atomic Patcher.
Wait, did it say Atomic Patcher? Ooh. Oh, now it says it properly. Steel.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Hole patching.
Guessing that one had to go through first. Sonic bathing. Might as well take the steel as well. Seriously? Oh well.
The following tools are activated.
Painting.
Paint generator.
Oh, it's in here. What the heck? Green? Oh, that's fitting. From what I remember, at least. It still won't fit. Alright, alright. No, at least now I know where you are, so... whatever.
You reached passing threshold on painting.
Yeah, it doesn't matter on the inside.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Painting. Conservator, you have finished the restoration. You can send exhibit to museum, or add some final touches to earn more money. The following tools are activated. Disc polisher. Congratulations, you fully finished. Polishing.
Alright, ship item. Alright, then we have the last item.
Congratulations, Conservator. You finished the restoration.
And one bazooka.
Museum sends their thanks.
The screws are there beforehand? Alright.
Conservator. To pick up this exhibit, use the force amplifier on your gloves.
Then how did they pick it up back in the day? Don't ask. Screwdriver, alright. Those are some big screws, sheesh. Yeah, the metal part definitely needs to go down in the bath. The rest needs to be washed by hand, probably.
Congratulations, you fully finished. The following tools are activated. To pick up this exhibit, use the force amplifier on your... To pick up this exhibit, use the force amplifier on your gloves.
Ah! Oh, all of it needs to be washed. Stop. Calm down. Really, bro? Okay, how about you over here? Much more agreeable.
You reached passing threshold on washing. You reached passing threshold on washing. You reached passing threshold on washing. Congratulations, you fully finished washing. Congratulations, you fully finished washing. Congratulations, you fully finished washing.
Not you. Oh, it's still up there. Okay. Oh.
Congratulations, you fully finished washing.
Okay. Easy. Relax. Gosh. Would you calm the hell down?
You reached passing threshold on washing.
Jeez, there's still so many places that it's dirty. What the heck? What the heck? Ah, okay, maybe it's just better to put it there.
Congratulations,
Oh, maybe it wasn't
you
the wrong
fully
side.
finished washing.
Washing.
The following tools are activated: sonic bathtub, laser grinder.
Right. Alright. Oh.
This
right.
insert is unusable. Throw it to the trash bin under the table.
I forgot to turn it off. Oh well. It's not that expensive to get, so not a problem. Definitely gonna need it again, so I have to take it back up. Alright, rod has been removed. Now we need to take the grinder. Remove all of the rust.
You reached passing threshold.
Kill counter.
Congratulations, you fully finished. grinding, congratulations, you fully finished. Grinding. The following tools are activated. Paint generator.
Okay, let's start with the most problematic one. Probably gonna need some polishing afterwards. Like that.
You reached passing threshold on painting. Congratulations, you fully finished painting.
Let's get back over here. Now we have to get these parts. Oops. I'm guessing this one also needs the same paint. At least I hope so. Yep, I was correct.
You reached passing threshold on painting. Congratulations, you fully finished painting.
Hey, we removed the kill count, didn't we? Oh, almost. Alright, so let's see these parts. Gray.
You reached passing threshold on painting. Congratulations, you fully finished painting. You reached passing threshold on painting. You reached passing threshold on painting. Congratulations, you fully finished painting. Congratulations, you fully finished painting. The following tools are activated. Electric screwdriver.
Okay, first I need to put that back in place. Nope, okay. It's already put back in place. Sweet. This way? Okay. If you say so. Ah. There. Right.
Congratulations, you fully finished. Conservator, you have finished the restoration. You can send exhibit to museum, or add some final touches to earn more money. The following tools are activated. Oilers.
And complete it. Ship it. Alright, we're all done. Foundations of Craft. Platinum.
Conservator,
Really?
you unlocked the exhibition dedicated to Siege of Petersburg, Virginia.
Wait, that's not St. Petersburg. That's D-Day. Bruh. Wasn't it Omaha Beach? What the heck are you talking about? Pick up a book or something. That's way more polished than I remember I did it. Extremely colored. It's supposed to camouflage, so why is it so screamingly green? Doesn't really need it, but just for the final touch.
All exhibits are on their place.
Looks like
you
a
may
toy
start the
thing.
exhibition demonstration.
Alright, so let's see. Shrapnel mine 35, bouncing Betty ass mine. In war, the simplest things are the hardest. The infamous German anti-personnel mine. Oh, when triggered by pressure or tripwire, it jumped about a meter into the air before exploding, spraying steel balls and shrapnel up to 20 meters around. Oh, okay, so I'm guessing the part itself, the top there, is the thing that blows up, not the bottom part. Or is it? It has to be the whole thing that jumps up, but how would it jump, is my question. I don't know. Bore, blah blah blah, Browning, automatic rifle, the eyes of the world are upon you. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Designed by John Browning at the end of World War I, the bar was widely used in World War II, heavy and unwieldy for infantry, but it gave squads a huge firepower advantage, bringing the gap between a rifle and a light machine gun. M1 helmet. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Well, that man is pretty iconic. The iconic American combat helmet, introduced in 1941 and used for decades. It protected from shrapnel, debris, and rain, and doubled as one of the most versatile tools a soldier could carry. It could also be used as a drinking thing. Drinking container. Water container. Right. And amongst other things, you can also use it to dig, I bet. In emergencies. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Frankly, the Roswell bullet is also something you should fear. The first American man-portable anti-tank rocket launcher. For the first time, a single soldier could destroy a tank. Something that once required artillery or entire squads. True. When the tank starts rolling out, that's when you switch to engineer.
June 6th, 1944. Nearly 200,000 Allied soldiers stormed the Nazi-occupied coast of Normandy. Their courage and sacrifice broke through the German fortifications and secured a beachhead, the beginning of the march to liberate Europe.
Alright, well, that's the last of them. And I bet it took about an hour or less before I was done. So let's see, has something else popped up, or is it just, okay, congratulations. No, right, I got platinum, so I am completely done. Yeah, well, it was an alright experience, I suppose. I don't remember how much it costed for buying this game, but it shouldn't be too bad. But I would say I expected there to be a little bit more of a library of items you could recreate and stuff, and didn't imagine there would actually be expositions. I would also say, yeah, as I mentioned before at one point, that I would have liked we started out with some more basic tools, and then we upgraded to expand our arsenal, so to speak, of things we could fix up, or maybe some upgrades for them. For example, we started out with I guess the general, but it would take more time, or it would be required to do doing some more polishing for the duration compared to if you have used some more specialized things. I never had to use the electronic contact oil, and I never had to use the chemistry or electronic, if I remember correctly. The sonar bathing chemicals, or whatever you want to call them. It wasn't a whole lot. I got to use the water wheel. I mean, it's for what, I think 4 or 5 blades, melee weapons and stuff like that, but it's for, I think it's only one of them that's probably required, and the rest were optional, if I remember correctly. Printer, that one you didn't get to do that much of, but it's also due to the fact that there's also the patcher that can fix things up. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, it's a 3D printer, so it wouldn't really make sense you had to control it yourself. Paint generator, I really did not like the painting itself. Most of the things just didn't really fit color-wise in general, even when afterwards you polished it and stuff like that. So yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that. Sonic bathing, it is interesting, but I think it would be more, I don't know how you would put it, nicer, the fact that you had to let it sit for a longer while, and then you worked on some other parts that needed fixing up on. I also think it would be nice if they hadn't done like a step by step, but more like all in all, just the different showing you the process of each individual part that needs to be taken apart and stuff. What the next step for the items are. So, for example, you start out with, for example, the bathing, and then afterwards you sit down and you do some laser grinding, or you do some polishing, or maybe the washing. I'd had to do that 1 or 2 times. Maybe some mechanical oil or something else. Instead of just, it's you put it in, there goes like, 20 seconds, and then it's done. It would also have made more sense if you, in the beginning, don't have all the varieties of the different, how would you call it, materials. So maybe you start out in the beginning with some bronze, you start with some wood. I never even used plastic, so why is it there? Makes no freaking sense. You start with wood, leather, and maybe some fabric. A little bit bronze a little bit later on, and then when you start getting to the pirates, steel, I guess, or was it iron? No, I'm guessing it's iron for the Japanese exposition. Is it exposition? I don't. Exhibition, right? Exhibition, right? I was imagining something like getting exposed, but exposition. I don't know. But, yeah, it was a little bit of a letdown. There was a little bit less details you had to fix on, and it was all like, as I mentioned, step 1, step 2, step 3. I've liked it much more where you work on the individual items, and then they tell you step by step on the item itself what you have to do. So you can plan out a little bit on, okay, on this part I need to do this, I can start out with that, then while it's getting base, I can do something else. I can do some washing, I can do some polishing, and then when the other thing is done, I can start doing some laser grinding, for example, or some polishing. So you can do a little bit more like planning on what to do to kind of effectivize the time to work on things. Well, I'll say that this one was kind of annoying to work with. Where I think it would have been smarter, instead of having this here, they would just have it here. So it's a huge table, and then you have on the side, you have all of the tools over here. So you go, okay, I need to use this now, so I work on this table. Or, as I mentioned, that's the summoning table, or transportation table, or whatever you call it, is also the area where this holding thing is. Because then you don't need this primarily, as you can just, take the things apart, and then it's not going to be so heavy, so you can take the individual parts away. You can put them in the bathing, or you can put it over here on the workbench where you have all of the tools and such. And then if it's something that's a little bit more heavier, it can stay here, and then you can work on it as you see fit. And there's also not all of this in the way, so you can more easily move around the bubble on what you want to work with and not. So slightly, I would say it's a little bit of a miss on optimization on workbench and everything, and transportation. But that's just but that's a little bit more in a personal opinion, I guess. But yeah, it's just, there is a lot of stuff here, and I barely get to use it at all. It's a little bit disappointing, and it's also due to the fact that there isn't that much to work with. Like, you started with some wood and stuff, and then afterwards it pretty much just kind of disappears. Because, new materials to work with, so you have to focus more on metal, you need to focus on leather, slightly a little bit of wood, but there's barely any ceramic to work with. And as I mentioned, electronic contact oil, there isn't really anything to add, unless of course there's a DLC and I have no idea about it. Or maybe they play a little bit more futuristic or something, or common day where you need the electrical contact oil, the electronic washing, and the chemistry washing. It's just, and the plasma, and also a lot of things like these materials. I would have very much liked they had made it a pool thing, or something like 10% full, 67% full, 50% full, 35% full, stuff like that instead. Turn you off. Wait, I can't even take it out again. What the heck? Stupid. Like for example, they do with a plasma battery. And also the whole shop system, it's really, really, really not working well, because you have enough money in the beginning to just buy whatever you want. So it's not really much need, and also there's like these options for paints, but you don't use them. Like from the, I'm guessing it's from the light red paint and downwards, you don't use them, and it's just weird. I personally think, in my opinion, that is added. But if you color them in another color, I'm guessing that it's not going to be accepted, but I could be wrong. So you could actually add some paint yourself if you wanted to. Like, for example, if they want you to do something blue, it's what's kind of, so to speak, recommended, but you can actually paint it something else. Potentially. I don't know. I didn't attempt on that. But it's not a bad game, it's just things aren't optimized. I don't know if it was some of the first game to go into. It was a little bit of a passion thing. They didn't go that much into being, so to speak, accurate on how things worked. But they have some, so to speak, yes, as I say, passion, imagination, and how it should work. But it's just, yeah. Because it's really annoying that, for example, there was something like the Archimedes mirror, I think it's called. Yeah, Archimedes mirror, where you need 3 times bronze to be able to fix it up. And I think it was the muscle carcass, you need it twice or something. There's also a couple other items. I don't remember what exactly. I think it's the soda shoulder guards. Like, why do I need to buy 5 of them to be able to finish up on one thing? Instead of just having a container that's filled with the material, and then it just gradually uses it up. The rivet gun is also very problematic in the fact that sometimes it just doesn't really work. Where you need to take the gun away, you need to rivet gun, you need to put it back before it's able to work again. And the whole thing with the mechanical oil, repellent oil, I don't know if I would have preferred much more that you actually had to use a pen, no, not a pen, yeah, a pencil, what is it called? A brush to apply it upon the items themselves. Of course, there are some narrow spots we need to apply it in there, but in general, just add that or do it with like, for example, you do some polishing to fine it down, but afterwards you have to add some, what do you call it? Not a polishing, what do you call it? It's a, well, some protective layers or something like that. Something we can just relax a little bit more. And the laser welder is also pretty annoying because of the fact that you should be able to hold it from a distance so it doesn't bump into the thing, but you really need to, and then it starts making a lot of noises. It's really kind of bad on that aspect. Electrical screwdriver, I mean, there's not really much to say there. It's just take out, get done with it, the whole thing, put it back together. But yeah, there's a big assortment of items, but most of them barely gets used really on the different items. It's like they really simplified it down, so there isn't a lot of work for you to do. You 20 minutes here, 15, maybe 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, like, on everything, so it goes over fast. I think I would have liked a little bit more of a thing where you could really sit down, I suppose. Where you just sit and focus, you, of course, the whole thing of where you apply, like, take out the screws.
You cannot use this tool now, Conservator.
I know, shush. Where you take them out, apply the setting to take screws out, then afterwards you start fining it down with some polisher, I guess, or something to remove the bad outer layer. Maybe some washing, or, well, pressure washer, or this sonic baths. You just take yourself a little bit more of a time, slow down, and just going into the finer details. But they kind of made it go so fast, in a sense, where when I'm fixing things, I wanted it to be a little bit more chill, a little bit more. Now I need to sit down, analyze the thing, look it through, where to best start, and as I also mentioned, step by step on the individual items. Like, I'm not saying that the screws and all the tiny little gadgets need to be fixed up, but it would make sense, like, they get put into a bundle, so to speak, or something, a container or something. Then you put it over here, then you have the other metallic parts that get put over here, and then afterwards, when you're done with fixing them up, then you have a whole bundle where you can just put the electric screwdriver down, pick up a screw, and then put it back in again. There could have been a lot of options here. It's just yeah, but it's not a bad game, as I mentioned before. It just could have been optimized way better, in my personal opinion. And there could also have been way more content, but I guess they wanted to not have it be too complicated and too in your face and time consuming. I guess they maybe just want a quick layer of some different histories and eras and stuff like that. But it's also very unfortunate when they talk about the exposition that for the D-Day they mentioned the whole thing of the siege of Petersburg, Virginia again. Very, very unfortunate. And I will also say, music is nice, but it definitely could use a little bit more, where you could have like a radio station or something where you could pick between classical music. You could choose a little bit, maybe for some of the metalheads who relax to metal, where you just listen to to some really hardcore metal heavy drums, double bass, double drums, and some riffs and stuff. You just sit there and like bob your head while you fix up some small stuff. I don't know, maybe some synthwave or something. A little bit more option of music. And also, for like the love of God, I would have loved they had give you an option so you could remove the voice. The voice is so annoying to listen to constantly. You have just finished painting. You have just finished washing. You have just finished bathing. It's nice they put it there, like a little bit of letting you know so you can hear it in case you're too focused on things. But when you're focusing, at least in my case, I usually don't notice voices and stuff like that. I don't need it. I just need to see a little bit of an indicator or something to show, oh, this part is done now, this part is done now. Maybe instead of this giant thing, I could have a little tablet or something, a little thing on my arm that could pop up instead. Probably on my left hand instead, because I'm right-handed, so it would work like that. But yeah, it's just... There's just really some really unfortunate things that could have been worked a little bit more on, but I don't know how many they were on making this game. We could try and take a look, I suppose. Like, if it's 3 of 5 people, I can kind of... Yeah, alright, fair enough. But if it's like over 10 people, I was like, couldn't they have... Level and gameplay designer. Lucas. Okay, there were like around 7 to 10 people. It's not a big team, but they could have taken like a week more, maybe a month, and then they could have applied a little bit more, just slightly. I'm probably maybe being a little bit demanding and complicated there, but it's just there really was a lot of potential in this game. It's just it wasn't really fulfilled, so to speak. But yeah, it was a fun experience to see all of these different tools that are used. But I'm looking forward to something that's more complicated, more in depth, and stuff like that. Which is what I'm gonna do tomorrow with I believe it's called Workshop Simulator, if I remember correctly, where it's more down to earth. It's everyday items. I think it's gonna be quite a bit more chill, where of course you have the tools, you have a workbench, but it's more like you sit down and you just take your time on the individual parts and stuff like that. So, and it's items you're more familiar with, maybe like a toaster, maybe it's like a music box, some sort of coffee grinder, something. It's more nowadays. It's more not so much huge. Huge. It's not history or museum or something. There can maybe be some antique items, but it looks interesting, and I'm looking forward to play it. So yeah, and then afterwards, I'm most likely going to be playing some Grit and Valor VR, or rather Grit and Valor 1949 in VR mode. And then afterwards probably Dave the Diver. Right, I'm gonna be playing some more of that game, as I still have some things I need to finish up on before I start grinding for materials and stuff. But I think I'm starting to get to the very end of the game, so maybe it's not that necessary. But there are some side missions I definitely need to do. And then on Sunday, I had switched out for something else. It was after Dave the Diver. I had played that one. There was a part in the game where they have done a collaboration with 2 Point Museum, where I had looked at that game already, and recently, I think like 2 days ago or something, the game, just like 1 or 2 days after I had shown that part on stream, it came on PlayStation catalog. So I can play the game for free. So I was like, well, okay. I was unsure about playing the game because I had to pay for it. But with the fact that it's now for free in the catalog, I'm like, okay, sure, we can give it a test and see if it is like it looks, because it looks very chaotic in the trailer. But watching the game, it looks very chill. Things kind of run by itself, and you have to do what you call expeditions and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a little bit where it was mixed signals on what the game was about. So I was very unsure on if I was going to play it or not. But now it's available to me for free. So yeah, well, rather a subscription, but still. So that, and then afterwards I'm going to be playing some. If I haven't beaten Dave the Diver yet, I'll definitely gonna do it there. And then probably some Pal World, and or rather maybe no. So yeah, Sunday after 2 Point Museum, I'm gonna do Pal World, and then afterwards I'm gonna finish upstream with some what's the game called again? Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon, as I still need to get a little bit further than that one. I still have I'm guessing at least 2, no, not 2, 4 or 5 streams potentially still in that game, so I want to try and see if I can start wrapping it up and finish up on the game. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, so thank you for watching. If you watch this on YouTube and you like the VOD, please feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications for when I upload videos. If you watch this on Twitch and you like the VOD, please feel free to follow so you can get notifications for when I live stream. I'll usually live stream on Wednesdays around 4 or 5 p.m. CT, that's make around 9 or 10 a.m. CST. Weekends can be a little bit on and off. I will usually live stream around 1 to 2 p.m. CT, that's make it around 6 to 7 a.m. CST. And then there's the rest of the days are going to be a little bit more sporadic, but I will tend to start stream around 7 or 8 p.m. CET, that's making around 12 a.m. to 1 p.m. CST. But I will also notify at least 30 minutes before on. I will try and notify at least 30 minutes before on Twitter/X. So thanks for watching. Take care. Until next video, a live stream. And this game, if I was to give it a score from 1 to 10, I would probably give it around a 6.5. It's fine with a little bit of good, but just yeah, I would probably put it like a little bit more. It's fine. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Take care, and see you next video, a live stream. Bye.